All right, good afternoon. Al from Al's Home Kitchen Pizzeria here with you today. We're going to show you how to make a 72-hour cold fermentation dough. It's really pretty much the same four ingredients that we used in my previous dough recipe. The only difference really is going to be the amount of yeast that we use, because we don't want to put too much and have it overrise while it's sitting in the refrigerator. So all we really need is these four ingredients. We just need King Arthur bread flour, some sea salt, water, and this right here, we use Fleischmann's pizza crust yeast. This rises a little bit different than other ones. It has some dough conditioners in it, so if you use a different yeast, you may have to play around with it to get the amount right. All right, so with that, we'll go ahead and measure out our ingredients. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add 765 grams of flour. And we're going to make a mess doing it, apparently. Ooh, went a little bit on the heavy side there. All right, after that, we're going to go ahead and add in our salt, which is going to be 15 grams. And then we're going to add in 2 grams, roughly, of the yeast. We're going to put the lid on our food processor, and we're going to put it on dough for a couple seconds. All right, now that we've got it mixed up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add our water in. And all we're going to do is just pour this just around the top. Nothing fancy, doesn't matter how it goes in there, just get it in there. Put our lid back on, and we're going to let this go for about 30 seconds roughly. And you'll see it ball up here on the video. So now we've got our dough. We're going to go ahead and drop it out onto a lightly floured surface. Should just drop right onto there. It's not a very high hydration dough, so it's fairly easy to handle. Just a little bit sticky, but not too bad. Just a little bit of flour's on your hands and you'll be good. All right, so what we're going to do now is, it's pretty much formed up, but we're going to just knead it for a few seconds here just to kind of smooth it out and get it a little bit more formed. It won't take you long. As soon as you see it's kind of smoothed out like that, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to sit for 3 days. So we're just going to ball it up like that, and then we're going to put a bowl over it and let it sit for a few minutes. All right, we're going to let that sit for a few minutes now, and then we'll divide it up into 3 dough balls. I make it into about 15 to 16 inch pizza portions. You can divide the dough up however you like. If you make smaller pizzas, I'll give you the measurements for that in the comment section down below. If you like what you see, please make sure to subscribe and like, and be sure to check out my next video, which will show you how to use this dough in 3 days to make an amazing stromboli. Okay, so while we're waiting for our dough to rise here just for a few minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to get 3 little containers. You can use whatever will fit. I just put just a little bit of olive oil in each one. This has nothing to do with flavor. This is just to keep the dough from sticking to the bowls. You can spread it with your hands if you want. I usually just take a little bit of paper towel and just kind of make sure I get all the sides and the bottom pretty good. All right, so now we've got that. We're going to go ahead and take our dough ball here. All right, so now we're just going to divide this up. I divide it into 3. You can divide it more if you want. You can weigh this out if you want. I just kind of get a feel for it. It doesn't have to be exact. And then we're going to do what we did before. We're just going to fold in, pinch, And we're gonna do this several times. Dust your hands with flour as you need. And I kind of rotate and pinch. It's a little bit different than how you'll see some people do it. But once you get into the ball formation, you'll see it's closing up really nice on the bottom, and that's what we want. Then we'll do the next one, same thing. First couple of times I'll fold in and pinch, and then I'll start spinning it. All right, so now we've got 3 nice looking dough balls here. Now we're just gonna take them, we're gonna put them into the bowl just a little bit. Just kind of, I push it around just a little bit to get some oil on the top of it. And flip it over. And now I'm gonna put these straight into the refrigerator. You can leave them there 2 days, 3 days. It's really kind of up to you. 3 days will give you better flavor, but 2 days aren't gonna be bad either, I promise you. All right, that's it. So like I said, make sure you stick around and watch the video up above for how to make the stromboli using this wonderful dough. Thank you.